All right, we should be live. Um, Desktop audio is not on, so let me just fix that real fast. There you go. All right, and yeah. Anyway, hello, my co-hosts. Hope you're all doing well. I'm your host, Senpai, and welcome to this impromptu stream where we're reacting to Frontier Unlocked, which are going to be showing some Jurassic World Evolution 3 content. So, I kind of planned this last second. 2 weeks for any news. Well, we're going to be getting it for sure. All right, let's see what we got. Let's go. What the? Oh, get away. All right, I just got a weird advert. Okay.
Hello, everybody. Hello,
right.
hello. Hi. Welcome to Unlocked. This is our June edition. I am Sam, and I'm joined on the
like
couch
World
today
War
with
II
the
kissing that
lovely
lady
Rich
that
Hudson. Hiya, Rich.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Everyone after
Yeah,
Frontier
good,
said
good.
they
You
would
wanna
be
say
no
hi,
more
a little
AI.
Intro,
Sure,
who you
hello.
are?
My name's Rich. I am a video artist here at Frontier, so I'm part of the team that works on a lot of the trailers and screenshots that you might have seen in the past, and some of which you're going to see today. You might have seen me lurking around on Unlocked in the past, first time as a non-speaking protagonist a few months ago. That was fun, and you'll see a lot of my work coming up today, actually, in Planet Coaster 2.
Yes. So for some of our eagle-eyed and eagle-eared listeners, you guys will remember that we have often mentioned Rich Hudson and the parks that he's been putting together for the demos that we'll be doing for Planet Coaster 2. So yeah, we're going to be seeing more of that later on, and he's going to be helping me go through the show today because we have got loads to get through today,
Yes.
Rich.
Also, hope everyone's having a wonderful Wednesday.
We're going to be saying hello.
Hump Day! Who remembers that meme?
Hello. At home. How are you guys doing? I think we saw somebody was in there at 3
Somebody's
3
here
a.m.?
at 3 a.m.
Hello there. Thank
Holy
you so much
crap.
for joining us. That's amazing. It's lovely to see you there. But yeah, hello everybody. It's nice to see you here. We're going to try and call some folks out again.
See Commander Alexa,
Halo
J,
Hurricane Overlord. Hello everybody. Ignacio.
Welcome
Hello
along,
there,
everyone.
guys. Lovely stuff. Yeah, wonderful to have you here as always. Thank you so much for joining us on the show today. So yes, cool. Couple of bits of housekeeping before we get into the sections themselves. As always, we have got our Twitch drops that are going to be coming to the show today. All you need to do is watch for 20 minutes and you're going to be able to get your hands on these lovely ship kits or ship paint jobs.
Don't even know what this is.
We have got the Crate Mark II on screen here, as well as the Python.
Yes, this is the Shatter Blue skin. So if you're on Twitch, twitch.tv/Frontier, if you're not, watch for 20 minutes and you can land one of these.
Yeah, they're absolutely stunning. Really, really beautiful. I love these ones for this month. It looks great.
Yeah,
awesome stuff. Yeah, so like we were saying, we've got loads to get through today. So Rich, do you want to tell us a bit what we're looking at?
So, coming up this month, in case you've been living under a dinosaur-shaped rock for the last couple of weeks, you might have heard that we announced Jurassic World Evolution 3.
Yes, finally.
Yeah,
finally.
Absolutely. And Sam caught up with two of the development team, and you'll hear from them very, very shortly. Then we're going to swing over to Planet Coaster 2, as our favourites Rich and Adam will be back on the sofa to talk more about Update 6 that we heard about a little bit last month. Planet Zoo fans, it's DLC Day.
Yes.
Today, DLC Day if you're playing on PC.
Very exciting.
So we're going to see some more information about that. And of course, Commanders, it's a very, very exciting day because you're going to hear a bit more about the Panther Clipper Mark II, because our very own Zach will be joining Curtis and Chris to give you a bit more information on the ship, as well as its release date.
Very exciting.
And we have a giveaway for you a bit later on, so stay tuned for that.
Yeah, loads coming up, and yeah, do stay tuned for the giveaway as we'll be picking that up later on. Awesome. But yes, to start the show off with, it is incredibly exciting for us to finally be able to start talking about Jurassic World.
Okay, here we go. We're getting right to the good stuff.
At the start of June, we were able to finally announce the game to the world. We saw our announced and gameplay trailer going out. And today, I managed to catch up with some of our devs to go through the features that you guys would have started to see in those trailers as well. So yeah, we're going to be picking that up now and cutting to that. Check this out after our gameplay trailer.
Alrighty then. Oh! Alright, so this is just the gameplay trailer we've all seen. Oh, for fuck. I wish it would not do that.
Welcome to the Dinosaur Integration Network, or DIN for short.
Right.
Our
So
organization
this
brings
is not news.
groundbreaking
We've seen this
sustainable
before.
breeding programs to a global clientele of demanding site owners. We are taking paleo curation into exciting new territory. Where previous pioneers exclusively synthesized female dinosaurs, we are also creating males.
Okay.
These animals aren't assets to us, but the beginning of a new evolution. And do keep an eye on the young dinosaurs. They can inherit more than just appearances. Every site must be a perfect balance of security and spectacle. Protecting our guests is crucial, but so
Word.
is inspiring the next generation.
Yeah, there's that terrain paint that we love oh so much.
As with any project of this scale, not everything will go according to plan. As the park manager, you'll also need to assess emerging situations and get them under control.
Ah,
It won't be easy, but
Yep.
that's why we're hiring the best. Din is here to make a difference. Now, I'm sure you have plenty of questions, but please...
Caution, gate opening.
This is your first and final warning. Din must not continue.
alright. Yep. Gameplay trailer we've seen all before. So why don't we break it down? Like, there's gotta be more than this.
Welcome, Sandy, Andy. Hello, you guys. Welcome to the
Hello.
lab.
Here we go.
Lovely to see you. To start off with, can you just introduce yourselves to some of the lovely people at home who maybe are not familiar with yourselves?
Sure. So my name is Andy Fletcher. I'm the game director on Jurassic World Evolution 3.
And my name's Sandy Samarco, and I'm a principal designer on Jurassic World Evolution 3.
Lovely stuff. Yeah, it's so nice to have you guys here today.
Great to be here.
Awesome.
Right.
Cool. So Jurassic World Evolution 3, what an incredible project. And you guys getting to
Hello,
the
Lorana.
third installment of this title. That's super, super exciting. It's just gone out. It's been announced. People are starting to talk about it. Like, how does it feel now that it's out there in the world?
Yeah, it's super exciting, you know, to be revealing the hard work that everyone's been doing here in the studio for so long, and yeah, finally unveil everything that we've been planning for this third installment. And you know, the feedback's been really positive. We're
So
really
good.
excited
Yes,
to
very.
see what everyone's saying about the game. It's a huge year for Jurassic in general, so yeah, it's a really exciting time.
Yeah.
Loads going on there. It's incredible. Yeah, super, super exciting. Awesome stuff. So yeah, we've got loads to talk about today. There's loads of new features coming to the game. It's looking absolutely brilliant. Those features, there's lots, like I say, for us to talk about, and they all sort of fall into a couple of different categories. We've got loads of new stuff for the dinosaurs. We've got lots of new creative stuff kind of coming in. So before we kind of get into the meat of it, I think it'd be nice to give a bit of an overview of what's maybe to come. So I think let's start with the stars of the show, the dinosaurs. What can we kind of expect there?
A lot from the dinosaurs. Obviously now the big headline ticket is you can breed them.
The
which means you get
Dilophosaurus,
juvenile
baby.
dinosaurs,
Oh.
but that comes with a lot of
Oh, it
support
looks so
work.
cute.
So male and female. So we've got dimorphism, new behaviours, you know, upgrades to the dinosaur brain. So a lot of cool stuff coming that way.
Awesome. Yeah, there's so much coming. It's really, really cool. Lovely stuff. Then on the creative side, there's a whole host of new tools and ways to just kind of get creative in the game. Like, what can we expect there, Andy?
Yeah, there's a lot of detail to dive into on the creative side of things. You know, it's a real kind of foundational change for the game in many ways.
Yeah.
You know, I think the kinds of parks that people will be able to build
Yeah.
and share,
They're gonna
this
be
time
insane.
around, are going to be, you know,
Very,
beyond
yeah,
anything
very,
we've
very
seen before in the
Yes.
franchise. So yeah, there's a lot to talk about there.
Lovely stuff. Awesome. And then we've got a brand new campaign as well. There's lots there as well. So yeah, what can you tell us a little bit about that? What can we
Yeah,
expect?
bigger and better. We've got an epic new campaign that goes across the whole globe, and you know, has a more open, less linear feel than previous campaigns. So yeah, again, yeah, lots to dive into there. We've got some returning characters that I think people are going to love, and yeah, this new structure I think is really
Cabin
going to make it
Finch.
feel more global, more cohesive, and
bigger.
more intricate. You know, with the systems kind of
Yeah.
working across the
Oh, for fuck!
Amazing stuff. Yeah, there's loads there.
Will you
Awesome.
quit
Cool.
doing
All right,
that?
So now we've got a sense of what we're going to be chatting about. Let's get talking about everything because it's incredibly exciting. So starting off with the creative tools, we've got some new stuff for our creative players. There's modular building. Can you tell us a bit about that? What are we expecting with that? What can we do with it?
So modular buildings is basically, as far as Frontier is concerned, we're well known for putting a lot of effort into making sure you can create all sorts of amazing structures, and so we're bringing that to Jurassic World Evolution 3. So every building, actually under the hood, we comprised of hundreds, thousands, just stacks of individual components that you can get in there and you can tweak. So you can basically, what you can create is up to you now. You're no longer restrained by set buildings.
Yeah.
You can go wild.
Get in, tinker, build out what you want. Yeah,
absolutely.
You can do your own spin on the buildings in the game. There's lots of different variations in there to start with, and it's it's the tools that you have with those pieces. You can intersect them, scale them, freely rotate and move them around, and it's beyond buildings as well. You can just create combinations of scenery, items, and save them off as blueprints. And I think one of the big things to emphasize really is that we wanted the game to feel like a Jurassic World Evolution game. It was absolutely essential to us that this wasn't a barrier to entry. We wanted it to feel like a JWE game. So that's been really paramount in our minds. But when you scratch below the surface, you'll find an incredible array of
under the hood. There's so much more stuff, but it's no harder to do than previous games. You can just plonk buildings down. They'll look beautiful, but you can make your own stuff, or you can take existing buildings and just tweak them however you want.
Yeah, I mean, that was going to be my next question. So obviously, if I'm a creative player, brilliant. There's loads for me to play with there. But if I want to just get into the management, I just want to sort of take care of my dinosaurs, do I need to kind of get into the modular buildings, or what kind of things do we have there for those sorts of players?
Oh, you can. The game has loads of lovely buildings to use. So if you're not that way inclined, there are stacks of blueprints. But I think we're going a little bit further. You want to talk about the blueprints is getting a significant upgrade for Jurassic World.
I mean, the big new frontier really is the integration of the Frontier Workshop. So this is and it's cross-platform. So across all the platforms that the game is available on, players will be able to upload what they've created, both in terms of specific building types, general scenery, and also whole parks that they've built. And other players will be able to download those creations and visit those parks and use those blueprints, use those creations in their own parks. So again, there's lots for players to kind of choose from in the game at launch, across a variety of themes as well. We didn't really talk about the scenery themes. We've got classic Jurassic themes.
Yeah, there's so much there. Those are really cool.
We've got new themes inspired by the campaign. So there's thousands of pieces for people to delve into, and many blueprints. But
hopefully that also means we can recreate some of the old buildings from the first game, because I feel like they were missed. I really loved the old buildings from the first Evolution.
Game will
it's going to build a
appropriate
community.
to the title, it will evolve. Every after launch, and we can't wait to see what people create.
Super integration as well, which is I think we're all really excited about. It's you'll be able to get into the game and just see the creations of other players from the game itself.
Yeah, you don't have to exit your park to kind of go to a separate interface. There is a separate
integrated.
You can just go via the normal left-hand bar menu, and you'll be able to see and search for Frontier Workshop items.
And just if you don't have artistic talent like me, you'll be able to nab them and then pass them off as your own.
Yep,
it'd be fantastic.
Awesome. That's super exciting. Yeah, I'd love to see that.
True,
awesome
and the trees
stuff.
From the first game.
So beyond just the modular, the building, there's obviously a lot more coming to the creative side of things as well. We've also got a whole host of new terrain tools, which are going to expand again that variety in the park. So can you tell us?
Leave me alone.
As well.
Yeah. So terrain looks beautiful, but now we've kind of taken off all of the latches so that you can build it pretty much however you want. The terrain tools have had a massive upgrade. It's way more vertical. We've got these really cool brushes that do a lot of the heavy lifting artistically for you. You paint them down and they're filled with detail objects that our artists have carefully constructed. So even someone like me, it's very easy, very quickly to create something that's very, very pretty with just one brush swiping here.
A couple of sweeps.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then and terrain manipulation's the same. You can have really large formations basically that you can create very quickly. Like I say, verticality is much bigger. We've got ramp tools now, so point to point ramps, so that your gameplay is going to work with.
Give us new
It's
stuff.
not just
Yeah.
visual.
Yeah, I think that's key, isn't it? It's having those tools and seeing what they can do for parks, right? So
Yeah.
you know you've got ramp tools, you've got smooth tools, so you can now build parks across multiple levels and have your vehicles, guests, dinosaurs traverse them up to a point, and even beyond that point, you can now use terrain in other interesting ways. So you can actually use terrain and large scenery items to enclose dinosaurs.
Yes.
So you know, creating more naturalistic enclosures.
Yeah.
So you know
That's gonna be
the
amazing.
tools in their own right are very powerful, but it's what's really exciting is what it means for the kind of parks that we're going to see this time around.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we just touched on the natural enclosures. Can you tell us a bit more about that? Like how can we build out those spaces, and how does that sort of work? You know?
Yeah, so you'll still need to look after your dinosaurs. You still need to make sure your guests can see dinosaurs. Otherwise, you know, they won't want to come to your park, spend their good money.
Hello, Sadie.
And you need to make sure that your rangers can
Guys.
visit the dinosaurs and scan and make sure their welfare
Our stream has been
is
compromised.
looked after and they're comfortable.
Yeah.
So there will be elements of you need to ensure access to the dinosaurs through gates and things like that. But beyond that, we've loosened the restrictions on having to have fencing all the way around all the time of the dinosaurs.
That's so cool.
It's not always going to, you don't have to have that feel to your parks anymore. You can make it look as if the the dinosaurs are
Sadie.
in a kind of in a valley or in a sort of a kind of a rocky area. And again, it just adds to that sense of those dinosaurs feel more integrated with the natural world, which is kind of one of the themes of the campaign as well. It's about, how in this point in the Jurassic timeline can we make it so that dinosaurs are integrated more naturally with the environment, with sites all around the globe.
Yeah, amazing. And I think you can also use water as well. Can we also use water to create?
Yeah, we can use water. We've got more water. For everyone. We've got deep water. Now, which I think people may have seen.
A little sneak peek.
Some Spinosaurus enjoying that. But you can use that to enclose dinosaurs as well. Not all dinosaurs can swim. Not many can swim through deep water, so you can enclose them in water. You can create waterfalls now.
So not all dinosaurs will be able to actually swim.
Yeah, exactly. It's we've taken our formidable knowledge that we've accrued over many years of Planet games, and we've just stuffed them into this. And it's come out really cool.
No, it's super exciting, and I love the fact that it really depends. It doesn't matter your skill level. You can go as deep as you want. You can go as detailed as you want, or if you want to, you can kind of keep it very simple. Like you say, a couple of clicks with the terrain tools, and you can build something really beautiful. You can put in your blueprints. There's something for everyone, which is really, really cool. Awesome. So yes, loads coming on the creative side of things. But now let's start talking a little bit about, I think, what everyone is most excited about. The Juveniles.
Stop.
Absolutely amazing. Absolutely adorable.
So trial and error
Can you
on who
talk to
can
us a
swim
little
and
bit
who
about
cannot.
What it was
Most
like
likely.
bringing them to life.
Yeah, so I mean, this is a
lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun.
I'm sure.
It's a real new frontier for the game. So, it's
I don't care about your fucking Jolly Ranchers.
Versions of these dinosaurs that everyone loves to the world for the first time. We've seen
that's new footage.
Jurassic movies, and we've taken inspiration from those, but there's a huge amount of dinosaur species that we've not seen juveniles for in the Jurassic movies. So it's been a real journey of working with our partners at Universal, with
that's interesting. So they have they have a time that determines how long it takes for them to mature. That's interesting. Okay.
That as you say, they're just absolute wonderful to kind of watch, and it's really incredible to kind of bring those to players for the first time. And it's the juveniles are spectacular, but it's that family unit as well. That's really exciting.
Seeing them all together now.
It's the juvenile, the female, and now the male.
Yeah, well. It's a big overhaul in terms of what
we
the
get to see the
dinosaurs
dilo
do.
eat. Yes,
into the inner workings of
that's adorable. I love it.
They can function distinctly. We've got familial species and herd species and more solitary species. So the way that we had to do lots of changes to behaviours, make sure we have cool new juvenile specific behaviours, calling out to them following the parents, play chasing with each other, and then based on these differences, the different types of dinosaurs, you can get some, like I say, they're very familial, they'll only stick with mum and dad, and other ones that are more gregarious, possibly even to their own detriment, because they might end up following dinosaurs that aren't quite as happy being followed by them. But there's a giant big structure underneath juveniles to support it. It's they're great in their own right. But yeah, like Andy says, you've got males and females, and we have new social needs now. So they're not just a wonderful thing to look at. They add a new level of dynamism really to the game, a new level of challenge as to what you need to do to look after them.
Yes.
Basically.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%. And just touching on that, it's a whole new level of engagement.
Yeah.
What kind of things can we expect there? What do we need to sort of pay attention to?
Well, for example, juveniles might have different paleo needs to adults.
Okay.
If you've got a brachiosaur, with a great big long neck that normally feeds on high trees and leaves in trees, a juvenile brachiosaur, it's not quite as tall, might not be able to reach. So you need to make sure that you've got some ground leaves for it. And the same for some of the carnivores, some of the small carnivores. When the juveniles, they can't really take down live prey, so you need to make sure they've
That's
got
interesting.
feeders. And again, social needs. Some juveniles are happier when there's a bunch of them together. Other ones, they need mum and dad around, and they're going to get distressed if they're not.
Yeah.
So there's a whole bunch of these social dynamics going on that basically differentiate the species. So each time you've got a new species that you want to breed, there's more things to consider to look
Amazing.
after.
Okay.
But it's worth it because they bring you loads of cash. Juveniles are inherently
It's a park
they're
at the end
inherently
of the day.
appealing.
Yeah,
At the end of the
there
day,
you
you're running a theme
running
park.
a park,
You need to
yeah.
make some cold hard cash, and juveniles are one of the best ways to do that.
Right. Loads there. And you mentioned obviously the interactions and the depth that we're kind of going to experience there. There's
This
a
is
lot of
awesome.
work that's gone into the animations and those new interactions. And can you tell us a bit about those social interactions?
Yes,
interactions
please.
with other juveniles, right, and also the adults, as we were saying.
Yes, they do, and those interactions are amazing.
They are absolutely stunning.
And some of them are quite cool and dynamic, like say juvenile dinosaurs play chasing with each other. There's some real sweet touches depending on the species. And then other ones, if they're interacting with adults of the species or with their parents, if they're familial, there's just a wide breadth that I don't know, it gets across.
Some enclosures would
they
need to
all
be
feel
tweaked for
different.
babies. Yeah.
It gets across the differences between them.
They really do.
Yeah.
I mean, a
very
whole new
unique.
dinosaur. I mean, the adult dinosaurs in Jurassic World Evolution are kind of incredible in their own right. The amount of care and attention that goes into the animations, the modelling.
Yeah, this does look
everything,
good. Daily
that
dose
has
short.
all been applied to the juveniles and also the males as well. So it's really wonderful. It's a whole new layer, whole new layers even of dinosaurs that we're adding this time around, and they've had just as much care as attention as all the other dinosaurs that we've done in the past. So it really shines through in the game, I think.
Yeah, we haven't even mentioned breeding.
No.
Yeah,
So whole new gameplay loops there.
Exactly, there's new gameplay loops. You'll be able to breed. Hopefully breed all good traits into your dinosaurs, breed cosmetic colours, so you get kids that inherit the colours from their and patterns from their parents. So there's loads to do.
And you have to make sure you can breed them, right? So you have to work with the fertility, graphs of certain dinosaurs. So high prestige, high appeal dinosaurs
they can be a bit
might
finicky.
be a little harder to breed. You can set up breeding programs to make that more likely.
Ooh.
To pick the particular dinosaurs that you
Okay,
want.
that's actually fascinating.
Pass down their traits and their colours to the next
So now,
generation.
like,
So
breeding a
there's
dinosaur
lot
isn't
of
that
intricacies
easy,
within the
especially if it's one of the higher end ones.
You guys have obviously touched on it a bit now. There's breeding that's coming to the game. That's a big part of it, natural breeding. Can you tell us a little bit more about that? We've touched on a lot of things there, but can we talk a little bit more about, because we're synthesizing males now, what the loops look like? And I know there's nests and a whole host of new things coming there as well.
Yeah, so you start off, obviously all dinosaurs in Jurassic World are female, but now with research you'll be able to unlock the male genome, start synthesizing male and
game
female,
is coming out October 21st, I think it was.
You'll be able to put down these new structures. So we've got nests. Obviously dinosaurs, they like to lay their eggs in safe places, so you can construct these kind of locations that they're drawn to. But even the nests, different dinosaur species have different needs for nests. Some dinosaurs don't want their nests visible to guests, for example. You've got to hide them away. And other ones, they like it if there are lots of nests together. Things like that. All dinosaurs are all different. And then once the conditions are right, as it were, the lights turn down, the music's playing, if they're in the right place and your dinosaurs are happy, then they can breed now, and you'll get eggs. And then after the juveniles have spent the time in the nest, they'll emerge. And so it's a whole new cycle. Some of the dinosaurs with a bit of care and attention, you can actually turn them into little kind of breeding engines so that you can get enough of a species in there that they can restock themselves over time. So again, another great way to make money without having to synthesize.
I see you're a management player over here.
It's a park.
You have to unlock the male genome before you can make males?
It
I guess so.
It's Jurassic, right? It wouldn't be a Jurassic game without the intervention of humans. So if you want specific traits to come through or specific colours for offspring, for progeny of dinosaurs, you can run breeding programs. You assign scientists, so it's very easy to do. It's very accessible. Then that increases the chance of particular dinosaurs breeding. So you can.
So you still have a hand in this.
Oh yeah, you can put your finger on the scales. Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think what's cool is also you can breed, down generations, so you can try and kind of get as far down a specific sort of generation of dinosaurs as possible.
Absolutely, yeah. You can try and build like the perfect dinosaur with the colours that you want and all the good traits that you want, and then that's great stock then for carrying on that line.
Awesome.
Awesome. So yeah, like we're saying, we've got the males, we've got females, we've got the juveniles now. It's a whole family, and of course that means that there's loads to take care of. I'm imagining there's a lot more now to manage and to take care of. And I know we've incorporated a whole host of new features there as well to make that a bit easier. ATVs, security cameras, that kind of thing. So
so there's
about that.
As you build out your parks, we want to give players new tools to manage, control the chaos that tends to happen when you breed dinosaurs.
Doesn't always work out as you plan.
It doesn't always work out perfectly. So, we have some new tools in the mix now. As you mentioned, we've got security cameras. So, this allows you to kind of, set up, security cameras at key points around your park, key strategic points where they might be able to spot evidence of a dinosaur breaking out and being a threat to guests.
Yep.
And if you link those to your response centres, to your response
capture teams, helicopters,
then you can actually have those capture teams come and automatically tranquilise the dinosaur that's escaped. So this is a really smart thing to do if you've got dangerous dinosaurs and you've got a lot of guests.
You don't want dinosaurs they don't mix. You lose lots of money.
Yep.
And then in addition to that, we have a new maintenance team, which this is our maintenance team. They drive around these cool little ATVs, which is super fun to drive.
They're super fun.
Particularly in combination with the terrain tools.
I hate this. I hate
waste
this.
a lot of time playing with those.
Racetracks, I don't know.
Why does it keep zooming out when there's an advert?
Now are in charge of repairing and resupplying. So in that example I just gave, if the dinosaur is broken out,
look like
and
they
you
will
put
be
down
fun.
a supply post
For sure.
That has the broken fence in range of an ATV team, they'll come and just repair the fence. So as
again,
you've got
I don't care about your fucking Jolly Ranchers.
And have your response teams kind of respond on their own volition. It means that you can, particularly in bigger parks, you can be building out and doing something else.
Yeah, it just takes the pressure off you.
Yeah,
you
you don't
have
to
your
respond
eyes everywhere.
immediately. You don't have to kind of do everything manually if you don't want to.
If you set it up well, obviously.
Yeah, exactly.
If you've got them in stupid places, then
so rewards planning, rewards a bit of strategy, and some really cool, powerful tools particularly for bigger parks.
Awesome. Yeah, that's going to be incredibly exciting.
Well, good for you.
So yeah, there's a lot of new features there. But moving over to the campaign now. The campaign, there's a lot for us to do there. It's we're going to be sort of traveling the globe, basically, like literally there. Can you tell us a bit about what we can expect with the campaign?
Yeah, for sure. So our narrative is set just after the events of Dominion, and that's a point in the Jurassic
so after
timeline
Dominion,
where, dinosaurs are out across the globe.
They're out.
And that's a really fascinating place to be from a game perspective, because it means we can go venture across the globe and see some new locations and dinosaurs in locations we've maybe not seen before. So in our campaign, you'll be working for the Dinosaur Integration Network, which is an organisation set up by Cabot Finch, my favourite returning Cabot Finch.
Nice to see him back.
Cabot Finch.
And this is all about creating sites that to help dinosaurs integrate more kind of ethically, I guess, into the modern world. And so you will start out in North America. You're starting some sites there, but as the campaign opens up, you'll unlock new sites across East Asia and in Europe as well. And as you open each one up, you'll be able to kind of go freely back to previous parks.
Yes.
Use dinosaurs and research technologies that you've unlocked to go back and improve those parks, unlock new areas in those parks. And so there's just a much broader kind of scope to it, and everything's kind of interlinked. And you can just jump around a lot more if you want to.
You can play at your pace, at your speed, at your focus. basically.
And we tried to make sure that each level doesn't just have like is visually distinct in terms of the location, the lighting, but also it has its own particular goals. So you'll be working for clients, and each park has its own measure of success in terms of what counts for a 5-star park rating. So some clients might be more interested in the juveniles, and some might be more about marine reptiles. Some might not want.
So now, building a park in the campaign isn't just a matter of like placing down park amenities and dinosaurs. There's now actually like more favorable results. Some might want more juveniles. Some might want more marine reptiles. Some might prefer one over the other.
Those in the gameplay trailer. So can you tell us a little bit about those as well?
Yeah, so we saw Japan very prominently in the gameplay trailer, which got a lot of people excited and brings in lots of cool new terrain,
because dinosaurs in Japan, it's awesome,
and scenery options as well. That's another thing that the campaigns allow us to do, is to kind of inspire the scenery artists to create new building sets as well.
And they are beautiful. They are absolutely
it's awesome.
They've done a phenomenal job.
Way better, for sure.
Malta, I believe, which is one of our European locations. You've got kind of Mediterranean architecture in there. We'll also see some more Alpine-inspired architecture.
I'm wondering, like, if
we're going to reveal more locations,
building materials will be unlocked as the campaign progresses. Because, like, if it starts in North America, I don't think we're going to get, like, the Japanese stuff until later.
Amazing. So we've been touching on just how good these levels look.
I mean, that would make sense. Like, ease the player through the campaign.
Lovely stuff that you can build and put together. There's a lot that's been changing under the hood as well. Some amazing changes there. So can you tell us a little bit about that as well?
I'm no expert, but I know that whatever they've done, the water is looking way better. We've got better skyboxes and skies in general. There have been improvements with global illumination ray tracing, which I don't know what it means, but you get amazing results. It looks amazing. Hot air balloons, you can see the flames kind of coming through the canvas, which is just, it's so cool. It's very, very realistic.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. I mean,
hot air balloons mentioned.
Actually, I mean, we haven't even kind of explored this. There's a whole host of new attractions coming.
Please, the river raft, please.
Yeah, you'll be able to see the dinosaurs from new perspectives. So hot air balloon is one very prominent one. Again, a lot more verticality that it adds into the level. So it's really exciting to bring that and go over your
what if the pterosaurs can attack the hot air balloons?
To dinosaurs with the dinosaur encounter.
Yes, we saw that in the trailer.
Yeah, we saw a very small glimpse of it. Actually petting dinosaurs. So yeah, that's really, really exciting. That's been something we wanted to do for a long time. And a lot of these things, they obviously add the dynamism to the levels, but also that those creative tools that we've got allow you to kind of also dress them in your own way as well, and bed them into your park. So yeah, great new attractions and great new aesthetics coming with them as well. I mean, paths. We didn't even mention paths as well, like the paths that go to these attractions as well. We've got new path styles. We've got natural paths now, so you can again make your kind of park facilities kind of look more embedded with the natural world.
More organic.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, they're really, really beautiful. Yeah, super, super cool. Lovely stuff. Well, we've got more to say on attractions in the coming months. We can't say anything just yet.
Shit! Come on!
To it very, very soon. But yes, thank you so much, you guys. It's been lovely having you. Finally getting to be able to talk about Jurassic World Evolution 3 has been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us on the couch.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks for having us.
Great stuff. So a couple of you guys have been also asking about physical editions, and we're really excited to say that we will be bringing a physical edition to consoles.
There you go.
Hop over to our website now. You'll be able to pre-order that. Speaking of pre-orders, for our digital release that's coming out on the 21st of October, if you pre-order that now, you will be able to get a hold of the Badlands set, which will be bringing iconic scenery pieces from the original Jurassic Park film to your park. So get in there and pre-order that now. So the sets are really, really cool.
They're teasing us now. Yep. Oh, and I guess that's it.
Hello again, everybody.
Yeah, I guess that was it from that. Well, we did learn a lot of sweet information. We know a bit more about how juveniles are going to work, and stuff like that. That's awesome. Each juvenile will actually have a set amount of time before they become adults. Like, it actually says how long it takes for them to mature. So basically, it's just a longer version of a hatchery. And we also know how the campaign's going to work. We now know that some parks are going to favor other things more than others. This is really good stuff. Really good stuff. I don't really think there's much else to talk about. Take this information that has been presented to us. But all in all, it was still kind of like the same information spewed out. No real new footage, no confirmations on the boat tour. Come on, give me my kayak! I must have my kayak! There's a lot of cool stuff coming to this game. I can't wait. I'm assuming that we'll eventually get, like, species profiles here soon. Like we've done with the last couple of games. Is the pre-order worth it? I would say yeah. Like, because otherwise you're not going to be able to get that stuff. The hype is still unreal. I'm very much looking forward to, you know, more stuff being revealed. You know, with the species profiles, hopefully. They've done that with the last two games. I don't see why they won't do it again. Hopefully we'll get some more information regarding the attractions. Again, I really, really, really want them to show off a kayak tour. If they have a kayak tour, my heart will be theirs forever. But yeah, that's going to have to do it. Very short stream, but we got what we came here for. Take with this information as you will. If you enjoyed it and you look forward to seeing more coverage of Jurassic World Evolution 3 as we prepare for its release, leave a like, subscribe today, hit that notification bell so you guys don't miss anything new. All my links are in the link tree in the description down below. And until next time, this is JURASSIC signing off. Alrighty then. Take care now. Bye-bye then.